sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. On the Raiders sideline, you've got Pete Carroll, of course, well known for the success in these parts with USC back 2001 through 2009. On the other side, a man he's clashed with before, both with the Seahawks and the 49ers and USC and Stanford, of course, Jim Harbaugh. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go from Southern California. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
You look back on the game prior to the bye week, Mike, and I think that win is critical. Nobody wants to go into the bye week off of a loss. It just changes the energy in the building. Everyone starts questioning everything you're doing. You go in on a win, everyone takes a deep breath. You're very honest about what you need to continue to improve on coming out of the bye, and we'll find out in this one whether they made those corrections. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Vegas. On play action, Smith will go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That one good for 29.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
That is caught at the 3. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
Here we go.
On the bootleg, it's Smith. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
Denty trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
I like the first down call, Mike. You're trying to take advantage of a defense that might be selling out, expecting run, but to no avail. Then you change it up and go on the ground for nothing. Brings up third down.
And he's into the end zone. What a start. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That's his third rushing touchdown of the year.
It seems across the league, Mike, that there's really two types of teams off the bye. There's the teams that are still on vacation, and it takes them a little while to get back into playing shape. And then there's the teams that come out hot. And I'm not sure anyone really understands how to handle the bye better than others, but for this unit here, that is probably as good as they could have hoped. They had a clear plan, well executed. Now they have the ability for the rest of the game to play with a lead.
"7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice, Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with. You know, we spend a lot of time praising the running backs, and deservingly so. But oftentimes, it's a combination of the scheme and the big guys up front who make it work, and that's exactly what we saw here on the big pickup.
They'll give it to Harris again. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On first down, right back to Harris. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Another run here with Harris. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Go. They try to run for it with Harris. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. A look at the Raiders head man, Pete Carroll. His offense gets set to take over once more. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. From the pistol, Smith. He's got his receiver, and that's Jack Bash. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. A gain there of 27 yards.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here comes the jet sweep, and he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
And that is incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The Chargers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. And he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him. Currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing.
Set. Lion. Set.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. The defense coming hard, trying to force the safety. He's able to get it out, but to the 2 and no further. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Set.
Here's Harris. He'll get about 3 And that's going to lead to third down. This is 3rd and 6.
Set. 380. Run. What is it?
Shotgun now for Herbert. He's got a man! It's Harris! He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 1.
Set. 380. Run. Set.
They're going to run out of the gun, and here's Harris. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Set. Camper. Set.
From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll swing this out to Harris. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
You gotta bump this out. Ready.
On 1st down, it's Harris. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Brian Cook up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
380. Run. Ready.
On play action now, Herbert. Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston. And this will be incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. 3rd down coming up.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And so great example here, the defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with a pick.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Set. Built us.
So after 1, 7-0 is our score. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this 2nd quarter. They've got it with 2nd and 3 coming up.
Set. 380. Run. What is it?
Play action now. It's Herbert. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Set. 380. Go.
A run. Here's Harris. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Wide open is Harris. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Lion, lion, lion. Ready.
On the ground, this is Harris. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
380. Run. 380. Run. Ready.
Here's Herbert. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long.
Black 80. Black. Run.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. This is caught at the 2. And he's in. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown Chargers. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Chargers will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense headed back to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Gino to throw. That's caught left side by Bowers. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the 1st half. That one picks up a 1st down. From the gun, it's Gino. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Raider first down. Now Genti. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Off the play fake. Smith. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Azeez Ojulari in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again.
And now he's just single-handedly taking over this drive, Mike. I mean, they better find a way to neutralize him before he does more damage. Get more bodies on him, take the protection to him. Either way, just get him blocked.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Davis to return it. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Chargers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now Herbert. Aside, he's got the tight end, Disley. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
They're going to get the conversion here on third down. He'll bring this up to the 33-yard line.
And anytime you have one of these big backs, this is exactly the spot to use him. Just lower those pads, keep those legs moving. He's able to find just enough of a seam to pick up the first down.
Delta, stop. Ready.
Now it's Harris. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Set.
On second down, a run with Harris. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Third and 6.
Set. 380. Set.
To throw is Herbert. He gets this one complete to Johnston. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points. You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Now Herbert throwing on second down. Right side and hauled in by McConkey. They've converted twice on third down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. Now it's Herbert. That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, L.A.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
380.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Set. 380. Go.
Throwing, Herbert. A pass taken in by Harris. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Second and inches.
Set. Delta set. Set.
Herbert to the air again. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This from 34 yards. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The Packers at home to take on their NFC North rivals, the Bears. And here's the Packer wideout. He's going to run a deep route, look it in, and he's gone. 75 yards this one goes, the catch and run for the score. The Packers had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. Got another one to get to right now. How about Gang Green, the Jets, as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals? And it's De'Ami Brown. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Jets will not finish the year winless. Congratulations to them and their fans. It was quite a wait, but they get their first win. One more to show you. Let's go to Charlotte. It's the Panthers hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is Jaylen Warren. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Steelers hang on. They win it 28-21. With that, a look at the rest of the action going on. Remember, bye weeks are in play, so the schedule a little lighter than it's been in weeks past. Meanwhile, our game has lived up to the hype. Just a field goal separates these two teams. 10-7 your score, as we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Three points, all that separates these two sides, has half number 2. Kicks off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Chargers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
380. Ready.
This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. It is Max Crosby there to wrap him up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
380.
2nd and 7.
Set. Kappa.
Throwing now is Herbert. Coming free is Conklin. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. A look at the Raiders head man, Pete Carroll. His offense gets set to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They go play action with Smith. Oh, a loose football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The head coach of the Chargers, their former QB as well, Jim Harbaugh, his offense goes back to work. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Smith. He'll hit Tucker on the slant. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Smith. A wide open, there is Bowers. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. from the shotgun. Smith. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Run right at the gut with Genty. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Third and 5. Throwing is Smith. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now, give to Genty, running right. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Gino. He pulls it in around the 5. To the goal line and in. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Vegas. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. On comes Patterson for the PAT. He's got it. And the Raiders are on top. It's 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chargers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with
Set. 380. Lion. What is it?
on the handoff. It's Harris. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
380. 380. Set.
Shotgun now for Herbert. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. It's a big-time play to secure that one.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
Set. 380. Ready.
They run it over center with Harris. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got a man! the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Set. 380. Bring it out. Go.
Pistol here for Herbert. Pass caught right side by Conklin. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. 3rd, they need 8.
Set. Cap it, cap it, cap it. Set.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
Ready. 380. What is it?
Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Cap it, cap it, cap it. Set.
From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
380. Run. Set. Delta. Set. Ready.
Now Herbert. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Najee Harris. Touchdown, LA. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers, there's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It could be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get it to the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
Dicker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chargers move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense, Geno Smith, getting ready for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the pistol, Smith moving to, and he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On 2nd down, Smith. Now he'll air one out. And that is incomplete.
And you get a sense that in a really tight game like this, it's that one play that's going to tip the scales either way. So they come out swinging for the deep one on that one. They can't quite link up, but keep swinging. Keep generating those chunk plays, because typically in the NFL, chunk plays equal points.
They get the big tackle out of UCLA, Colton Miller there. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Gino. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10.
Set. Delta. Set. What is it?
Give up the middle to Harris. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Kappa. Go.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Open receiver, that's Harris. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is 3rd and 6.
Set. Lion. Set.
Herbert to throw. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Set. 380. Set.
First carry here for Omarion Hampton. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Set. Delta. Set. Ready.
Another run here with Hampton. And, they smacked him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
It's now 3rd and
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Set.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Gino. He'll air it out down the middle. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for Jack Besh that time, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. In motion, Besh. A second down throw for Smith. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. So now they'll pitch it out here. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14.
Go.
They'll go again with Hampton, and he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Set. Ready.
Throwing, Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 73 yards. Touchdown, L.A. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Point after now from Dicker. It's up and through. And the Chargers go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A look at the Raiders head man Pete Carroll. His offense gets set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. A throw right side. Take it in by Tucker. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Smith. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. From the shotgun, Smith. He's got his man. That's Besh. A gain of 18 for number 18. And a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a first down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In motion, Besh. On play action, Smith. That's deep for the back of the end zone. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, here we go, hey.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. He gets this one to Tucker. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Man in motion here is Tucker. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. He's got his man. That's Fulton. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Genty. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. They'll go again with Genty. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
Throwing is Smith. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 35-yard line.
Here comes Hampton on the toss right. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Set. Delta. Set. Set.
Shotgun now for Herbert.
They really needed that one, didn't they, Mike? I mean, they have to find a way to keep this as a one-possession game. This will at least give them a chance to do so, depending on what happens here on 4th down.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Raiders offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Smith to throw on 1st down. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now on 2nd and long. Here's Gino. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And the Raiders first down.
Smith to throw on 1st and 10. That's brought in by Myers. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Now it's 2nd and 1. Now, Gino. That's caught left side by Bowers. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Gino. That's to the end zone and is batted away. It is incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Big play. 3rd and goal coming up. To throw is Smith. So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. 4th down and goal. He'll try to run for it. And this is not going to do it. The defense comes through here in the final minute. And it may just be enough to get them a victory.
What a stand there. 4th and goal, game on the line. It looks like this offense is putting together a game-winning drive, and the defense comes out with the stop of the day.
They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. The defense coming hard, trying to force the safety. He's able to get it out, but to the 2 and no further.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Captain trying to work inside. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.